Anyway, so now we're in Cleveland and we're entering the city. And we're going to what's called Huntington Convention Center, somewhere in here. We don't know where, but we're gonna find it. And my mom's scared of driving in the city because we live in like a really small town.
We live in Podunk.
I don't even know what that means.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, she's scared, so. Before I start explaining exactly what happened, I just want to say that I'm a terrible vlogger. I'm sorry about that. Half the time I would either forget to vlog or I would just kind of brush it off and be like, now or now. I signed up online on their website for the Cleveland audition. It was December 10th. I'm filming this video a little bit late because I didn't have a chance to film it before. But, so basically we went there and we had to go through a whole bunch of security. So, like, we went through the lines and they checked our bags, you know, they went over us with those metal detectors or whatever they are, I don't know. And after we got through security, she gave us our numbers, the ones that we're supposed to like stick on ourselves. And that really only took probably 10 minutes. There wasn't really a line for security, they were going pretty fast, but then we had to wait in this huge line. It probably curved like all over this big gigantic empty room. I don't know what they're supposed to use it for, but we had to wait in there for about 30 minutes probably. And when we got to the end of the line, there was like this big row of tables, okay? And there's probably at least maybe 20 people working those tables. And there they took our paperwork, our IDs, you know, they gave me this questionnaire that I had to answer about like hobbies I had, just stuff I want to do in life, you know, the basic stuff, whatever, stuff about my act. And then the same lady that gave me all the papers, she gave us directions to what they call the holding room, I guess. That's where we wait for our turn. And so basically we would go in the holding room and they would call out groups of numbers at a time. Like it was mainly from for example, like 500 to 600. They did it in groups of hundreds. And anyway, so the holding room, that was actually pretty cool because it was really crowded, but there was like a whole bunch of mirrors and lights and everything. And then you got to watch like everybody else practicing their acts. Like there's people singing, dancing, whatever they were going to do, magic tricks, I don't know. But it was pretty cool to sit in there. We got in there and we were probably only in there for about 5 minutes until they called my number. And it was weird because when we got in there, the guy standing at the door, he told us that they were only at about 250 and I was number 703. I was meaning to save my number, the little tag, so I could show it, but me being dumb, you know, I left it at the hotel. Okay, anyway, they called numbers 300 to 800, and I was like, hold on a second, like, I thought we were supposed to be waiting in here for a long time. And we didn't know that our supporters were allowed to come with us, so my mom was waiting in there, and I thought I was gonna go audition right then. I was like, what? And anyway, they brought us to this big room. It was like, I showed it in the last clips and pictures, you know. It was that big, tall glass room that had all the windows and like all the people running and waving and whatever. That part, I didn't know what was going on there at first. It turned out it was for the beginning of the episodes on America's Got Talent. You know how they've got all the people standing there waiting in line and waving and whatever, the big crowds. Yeah, well, that's all we got called in there for, was so they could film those. They literally had us walk all the way back to the wall, and then they tell us to run forward waving and smiling and screaming and whatever they wanted us to do. And I was in there alone because I thought I was going to audition, and for some reason we all thought that supporters couldn't come at first. So I was in there alone with everybody else, you know. They're all in their groups, and I'm just kind of standing there like, okay, what's next? But we were standing in there for a while, and then they told us to just wait until we got called back to the waiting room. I did go up and talk to this girl and her mom. They're pretty cool. I don't remember your names. So after I met them, I wasn't lonely anymore, and I didn't have to stand by myself, and they were actually pretty cool. But after that, we were all just waiting there for a while, and these people, these workers, you know, they had these big signs on a stick that had a number on it, and it would say between like 400 and 500 or something. So they would call groups out one by one like that, and they would just kind of walk down this ramp, and the group would just come and follow them back to the holding room. And since I was number 703, I was the last one out of there, because my sign was just 700 plus, because I had just got in there literally probably an hour before that, so there hadn't been many people that came in after that. And so we went back to the holding room, and we probably had to sit there we were in there for about 5 hours, I'm guessing. So they finally called my audition, and by then there was over 1,000 people there, okay? And I don't know if all of them got in, because it was about 5 o'clock probably when I went, and I was number 703, and there was over 1,000 people there, and the judges, they had to leave on a plane at 7. So I don't know if everyone got in or not, but anyway, another person with one of those signs with the numbers on it stood outside the holding room, and so we all followed them, and we went upstairs to, it was basically this big long hall, okay, but it was like really wide and really big, and there was a whole bunch of doors just down the sides, and then outside each door there was a group of chairs. That's where the auditioners sat waiting for their chance to go in and audition. And so we sat there, and there's a lady that comes there, and she'll talk to you about what's gonna go on. Like, she'll call a group of you in. See, we all thought that you would go in by yourself and audition alone, but there's actually like a group of other auditioners sitting there with you watching, and you all just like kind of take turns. Anyway, she also said if you're under 18, you can bring one supporter in with you. We didn't know that, so my mom went in with me, and also my baby brother was there, so that kind of made the whole trip hard, but it was fun. So when we were waiting out in the chairs, like, we would just talk to other people, meet other people, you know. And then when it was our turn to go in, it was just this big empty room basically, and at one side there was a table with the judge and her computer to take notes on. And a lot of people think that the famous judges there, like Simon and whoever's on there at the moment, I don't remember, are there, but no, that's not it. There's just some random lady that goes there to video it. She'll take some notes. You go out there, you stand there, she asks you what your name is, where you're from, how old you are, and what you're going to be doing. And you get 90 seconds to show your act, and then that's it. Also, a lot of people, they think that you're going to know if you made it right after your audition, but no, you don't. They literally tell you that you will get an email between the day of your audition and April. It's really hard to make it because this was only their third city, okay? Cleveland was, and there was over 1,000 people there. and there's just so many people auditioning that even the really, really good people aren't going to make it most of the time. So if somebody doesn't make it, it doesn't mean that they're bad at what they do. It just means that there was another person that was maybe better, or they just couldn't fit you in, because there's just so many people. So I'm not really expecting to make it. I mean, I would like to, but I'm not expecting to, because I saw a lot of other really talented people who probably deserve to make it more than I do. But I don't know. I mainly just went to go for the experience, just to do something with my singing, you know. But even if I don't make it to the next level, just going there and like meeting all these people and just going there to experience it, you know, it was worth it. I'm not complaining at all. But so anyway, yeah, hope this helped you if you're wanting to know what to expect, because I know before I went, I looked up people talking about it so I could know a little bit about what was going on, because I literally knew nothing. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope this video helped you.